Austin Reaves entering year four as a Laker had a lot of expectations placed on him by newly hired head coach JJ Redick, which led to some debate amongst Laker fans. Had Austin already reached his ceiling? Is he able to handle the responsibility that JJ Redick is trying to bestow upon him? And those are very understandable questions considering the ridiculously high standards Austin set for himself, particularly in the 2023 playoffs run, where he helps lead a hobbled Lakers squad to the Western Conference Finals. And during that playoff run, Austin Reaves averaged 16.9 points, 4.6 assists per game, while shooting a ridiculous 44.3% from three and having a true shooting percentage of just under 62%. Which, for context, the league average true shooting percentage in that 2023 playoff run was 56.7%, meaning that Austin was nearly 5% more efficient, relatively speaking, than the rest of the league, which is incredible. And now bring us to this season where Austin's play gave the front office so much confidence that they decided to trade D'Angelo Russell in favor of adding more wing depth to the roster. And in these last 5 games, Austin Reaves has certainly rewarded that decision. Since Christmas Day, Austin Reaves is averaging 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 10.6 assists while having a 58.2% true shooting percentage. The Lakers are 4-1 in that stretch, and it's safe to say that Austin has taken a significant leap as a player and rewarding the Lakers' confidence in him. This is what JJ Redick had to say about Austin Reaves and why he's so important for this Lakers squad.
Of just what he means to the program.
Yeah, just the ability to touch the paint in the half court, the ability to get two on the ball. I mean, that's huge for us. And when we're stagnant and slow, we can't get two on the ball, and we have a harder time touching the paint, and we end up with a bad shot profile, and we end up in a lot of butter situations, and that's just not how we want to play offense. And Austin is vital to us being able to touch the paint. He's vital to us being able to get into the blender, and he was it's just big time tonight from him, big time.
This play right here from Austin exactly shows how he's taken a big leap this season. He gets the ball screen here from Christian Coloco, and notice how you see Alex Len playing two on the ball here. And so Austin Reaves already knows where this ball's going to. He's reading Kevin Herter, who's the low man, and trying to see if he could get this skip pass across court to Dalton Knecht. And what Austin Reaves is going to do, he's just going to put this ball on the money, on a rope, something you would see some of the league's best playmakers do, right in a shooting pocket and right for Dalton Knecht to be able to launch an open catch shoot three as the shot clock expires. Or even a play like this, where Austin does a great job recognizing that Dennis is trying to overplay the screen. So he does a good job using a pound dribble spin move and then makes a great pass to LeBron, where LeBron gets to do LeBron things that finish through contact at the rim. The Lakers' two-man game with Austin Reaves and LeBron James is a big staple of their offense, and Austin's ability to consistently hit those pocket passes to LeBron is so important for them. Austin's uses of pace to help set his defender up is so important for his game. Uses the crossover, noticing that Dennis is trying to chase over the top of the screen. With Draymond to drop it, forces the switch, and Dennis is able to close out in time for the LeBron clutch three. One of the areas where Austin took a pretty noticeable leap is his ability to, pretty consistently hit those corner skip passes against aggressive coverages that he's starting to face now. On this possession against the Kings, with a high drop from Trey Lyles, Austin Reaves sees Malik Monk helping over to tag on the Anthony Davis roll, and Austin Reaves is able to adjust midair and get the pass again perfectly in the pocket for Max Christie to knock down the catch and shoot three. As you see time and time again from the game's best playmakers, they're going to see more aggressive coverages. They're going to see high drop. They're going to see some hedging and some blitzing. And it's imperative that you're able to have a on-ball playmaker that can consistently hit these types of passes. And Austin, the volume of these passes for Austin is starting to increase more and more. What's also increasing and getting only better from here is the Austin Reaves Anthony Davis connection. When they go spread pick and roll, Austin's grown significantly as a lob passer, and he's also getting more and more comfortable playing off of AD. Anthony Davis gives the handoff. He has Jarrett Allen defending him in drop. Jarrett Allen, one of the best drop defenders in the entire league, and Austin uses the nice touch and lays it up perfectly for AD to finish the lob. Plays like this you just weren't finding with any semblance of consistency in years past, but Austin, with the growth in on ball reps and touches, with the career high in usage rate this season, he's gotten more and more comfortable and grown the connection with Anthony Davis and legitimately establishing a dominant two-man game. And like JJ Redick said, Austin's ability to put pressure on the defense and consistently generate paint touches is so important for their offense, considering that Austin is pretty comfortably their second best slasher on the team, and that's only behind a 40-year-old LeBron James. So Austin Reaves' ability to play off a pick and roll, play off of his two-man game with LeBron and Anthony Davis is how Rui Hachimura, Dalton, Knecht, and others on this team are able to generate offense. On this play, the great shot fake by Austin after a drive is able to get Max Christie a wide open corner three. And we're seeing these plays at a consistent rate over these past 5 games now that D'Angelo Russell is not here. And what the playmaking does for Austin even further opens up his scoring opportunities. Austin's always been a really good mid range operator. As a matter of fact, the last season in the playoffs, Austin Reaves took over 4 mid-range field goal attempts per game and was shooting at a 68% clip from the mid-range. And even in the playoff run before that, 2023, Austin took about 4 mid-range attempts per game and shot 44.8% from the mid-range. Well, this season he's just on par with that, taking about 4 attempts per game. Austin Reaves is shooting 42.5% from the mid-range, and you combine the ability to consistently play the in-between game and leveraging that with the playmaking. Austin Reaves is starting to become more of a complete offensive player, and he's also shooting more threes than ever before as he's taking 7 threes per game. This is a great example of Austin displaying his craftiness with his scoring. Sam Rowe does a great job jumping the screen, trying to force Austin to ice it, and Austin does a great job showing a little fake and is able to have just enough space to get all the way to the rim. Austin was just masterful in this game, getting whatever he wanted from all 3 levels of the floor, whether it be at the rim, in the mid range, or from three. And Austin's doing this, by the way, against the ninth best defense in the Cleveland Cavaliers, who just so happened to be 30-4 and look like one of the best teams in the league. With the quarter winding down, Austin sees ice coverage from Darius Garland, does a great job of getting back to the middle of the floor against a dropping Jared Allen, and is able to pull up in the mid range comfortably for the jumper as the quarter expires. Playing two-man game, give and go with Anthony Davis. He receives the handoff. Jared Allen retreating and drop, and the mere threat of Anthony Davis as a lob threat, and Austin Reaves showing the ability to consistently hit AD on the short roll or make those skip out passes. The Cavs have to play 2-on-2 here, and Austin's able to attack with the floater. This is something that I don't know if you're able to say we've seen consistently from Austin Reaves before. He's always been a capable playmaker, but we are now legitimately seeing Austin's playmaking over these last 5 games generate even more quality looks for him from a scoring perspective. So now you're getting Austin Reaves that is able to get to the rim, be their second best slasher, dominate from the mid-range game, but now consistently make reads that are going to put the other Laker players into more advantageous spots to be successful. Now, Austin's not perfect, and every once in a while, he will still have a painful misread. Like on this possession right here, he fails to identify the nail defender here. And in a perfect world, Dorian Finney-Smith would just cut into that vacant space, but also uses the ball screen, tries to hit the one more pass to Dorian Finney-Smith and turns the ball over. Or even on this play, again, breaks down the ice coverage, does his job by getting 2 feet into the paint, getting those paint touches that head coach JJ Redick has talked about. But he misses Max Christie here, and this is really being nitpicky because I would argue just kick it out to Max Christie. Now, if he makes a layup, all right, good job, but kick the ball to Max Christie, or you did your job by getting the defense to collapse, and kick it out to a guy that's shooting 49% on all corner threes this season, and you live with the result here. Instead, the possession ends up with kind of a funky situation and ends up in a foul. I think it's safe to say that Austin Reaves has definitely rewarded the Lakers for their extreme level of confidence in him. If you recall, last season, the Lakers were so confident in Austin Reaves, they told the Atlanta Hawks flat out, no, we are not including Austin Reaves in any of our packages for DeJounte Murray. And they have been well rewarded for that decision. And so has JJ Redick, who's also been extremely high on Austin Reaves. And Austin Reaves, it's safe to say, I don't even think this is his actual ceiling quite yet. Once upon a time, after his contract extension at the end of the 2023 playoff run, I said Austin Reaves' ceiling was somewhat of a guy that can play at an all-star caliber level. Not a guy that necessarily makes the all-star game, but an all-star caliber player. And the guy I always come back to is CJ McCollum, a guy that if you watch prime CJ McCollum, especially next to those Damian Lillard Blazers squads, you would say that CJ McCollum was an all-star caliber guy, regardless of the fact that he ever made it or not. A quality number 2 option that can consistently score 20 plus points a night and could go on an absolute heater if he needed to. That feels like what we're watching from Austin Reaves right now. And once he is, continues to get better at handling elite level athletes at the point of attack offensively, like a Dyson Daniels, who did give Austin some troubles at times during their most recent Atlanta Hawks game. Austin's only going to get better. You combine that with the fact that these high-level reads that Austin does have a tendency to miss on an occasion, the more reps he's going to get, the more he's going to consistently see those types of coverages, and he's going to consistently make those. And if you want, just a little bit more confidence and more optimism about Austin from a scoring standpoint, he's actually having a down year in terms of his pick and roll scoring. This season, Austin Reaves is shooting 35% on all pick and roll threes. Last season, in the regular season and in the playoffs, which he notoriously had a bad shooting playoff run last season, in the playoffs, regular season and playoffs last year, Austin Reaves shot 53.9% on pick and roll twos and 47.5% on pick and roll threes. That's regular season and playoffs, where this season, it's 43% on pick and roll twos and 35% on pick and roll threes. So, not even saying he gets, he increases both of those by the 12% margin, that's the difference from last season and this year. But he gets the pick and roll twos up to 50%, and you get the pick and roll threes up to 40%. So a 5 and 7% increase back to the means for both respective categories. And Austin Reaves, not only is his true shooting going to go up, not only is the points per game going to go up, we're going to see the playmaking continue to, be showcased because Austin is going to have the opportunities to leverage the scoring into the playmaking and vice versa. I think it's safe to say that Austin Reaves has completely broken out this season, especially over this most recent stretch. Now, he's played so well that I think you can lean into this even more and continue to add wing depth to this roster, which the Lakers chose to do by getting Dorian Finney-Smith. Having a guy like Austin that can carry such a heavy scoring load and be a heavy decision maker and playmaker for this squad, it opens up so much for what this team can do, knowing that you have your guard spot locked down. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning into this film breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A little rusty. Took me a little bit longer to make this, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys follow me on X at Sean_DAVI. Hit that like button, subscribe for more Lakers content. And as always, go Lake Show. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.